a pro gamer on the rise. Have you heard of him? We have, and so has Samsung. Stay tuned to hear more about what it has to do with influencer marketing.
Hello from Detroit, along with Cait. I am Brad, and we are going to break into a fine bottle of wine with you today. Yes, we're going to talk a little bit about Ninja, his rise to the top, and his fantastic partnership with Samsung that's happened recently in really mainstream advertising, including NFL games. So maybe you can just give us a little bit of background to start in terms of what's going on with Ninja and Samsung.
Definitely. So Ninja is a pro gamer on the rise. He started off gaming for Fortnite, streamed a lot on platforms like Twitch, became really popular, did a video with Drake and other celebrities, and kind of took off. He's become insanely popular, and so Samsung did this commercial where they're showing a girl using a Samsung phone gaming, and the mother is kind of endorsing it and supporting it and saying, hey, you got another sponsorship. Hey, you're moving up to the national team.
Yeah, she started with a local video store, right?
Yes.
And then she got connected with a super mainstream rapper,
yes,
right?
Travis Scott, also dating Kylie Jenner, really big, a celebrity. And then she moves up to go to the national team with Ninja. And so in this video, Ninja is seen as almost more popular than the celebrity rapper Travis Scott, because he's kind of the top of where this gamer can get.
Yeah, I think that's really fascinating to see that, because you basically have what is viewed by a lot of people as a niche market in Twitch, suddenly being very quickly elevated, not only to being a huge brand partner with Samsung, but like you said, being seen superior or more aspirational than a huge, well-known rapper. So I think that's a big statement in terms of where esports in gaming has gotten in society. I think that's really, really noteworthy.
Right, definitely. Because it's also just saying, hey, here's this girl who's a gamer, which also is not what we think about as a gamer right now.
Right.
And you're saying that the mother, also someone who you wouldn't think would support it, who usually, in previous commercials and movies and plots, it's like the mother doesn't want the kid to be using video games, and she's promoting it. So we're saying that this is aspirational. You should be streaming. You should be using the Samsung phone to game. And so that's pretty special and unique. So what I wanted to ask you, Brad, first about this topic is this a validation of Twitch or being a creator or influencer in general, do you think?
Yeah, I think what this tells us is it's a validation of the whole gaming genre, because what we're now seeing is that it's okay to be a gamer. You can actually become really famous doing it. I think you touched upon this, but historically, parents have really tried to shield their kids from playing too many video games, right? Like, you're wasting your time playing video games. Why don't you do something more productive? And I really think, a decade, 2 decades ago, parents were saying the same thing about computers. Like, why are kids spending their time on computers? Why are you spending this time coding and creating these websites? It's a waste of time. Now we're all desperate to try to get more youth into tech and being able to understand what it's like. So I think in a lot of ways it's taking gaming from something that's shunned and having it be more mainstream. And I also think the female angle is huge, because we do need to see more women in tech, and gaming is a really easy way for that to be able to happen. And I think we're starting to see more and more mainstream, female gamers, which is fantastic. I think Samsung is an early adopter in this, saying, hey, this is a trend, this is something that's positive, and we want to support it and get behind it. So I think this is really a validation of gaming in general. And of course, Ninja's huge on Twitch, but to me, this is less about Twitch as a platform and more about gaming as a genre.
Okay, got it. Because I was thinking, in my perspective, I'm thinking, okay, I'm seeing a sponsorship, I'm seeing Ninja as an aspiration. That makes me want to be an influencer.
Yes.
It makes me think, hey, I can get on this game, become really popular, and end up being at his level, which is above even a celebrity. So I think, that really says something about gaming in general and what you can do with that, and the popularity it has now.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ninja obviously got his start ostensibly on Twitch, but he's so big on so many other platforms, especially Twitter now, that I feel like Ninja is more synonymous with gaming and esports, not necessarily competitive esports, but certain maybe not professional esports, but certainly he's known as an esports. He's the cream of the crop when it comes to that, versus being known just for Twitch. So in some ways, it's just a compliment to Ninja that he's been able to go away from just a single platform and be able to be seen as the go-to person across an entire genre.
Definitely. Have we seen influencers turn into celebrities like this before?
It's interesting. So we've on multiple occasions talked about the distinction between influencer and celebrity, and we're big believers that for an influencer is someone that has a credibility from their audience in a domain of expertise. And clearly what we're seeing is Ninja has huge credibility amongst people that are in the gaming industry, and it's gotten to be so big that it's gone beyond that. I mean, honestly, it's no different than a rapper like Travis Scott, where initially in the early days, people who are really into rap are going to be drawn to him and know him early on. And then it's people who are into music. And then if you get big enough, you just become known by everyone, regardless if they're into rap or not. And I think that's really what's happened to Ninja here, is that he's gotten to become so well known across his industry that it's really powerful. And it's just, to me, we have seen this before, but it's pretty unusual, and credit to Samsung that they've actually been on top of this trend before, with Casey Neistat, who's a really well-known YouTuber who now is speaking to as the spokesperson of the creator class in an advertisement. There's an advertisement last year. So we do see that. I think we see that occasionally with some of the Jake Pauls, Logan Pauls out there, where they become pretty mainstream. But it's a little unusual for someone who has credibility in a particular area. So I think it's a big thing for Ninja to be able to have made this move.
Definitely. And I'm thinking that just in general, to take away in terms of influencer marketing, as a CMO, we've seen Samsung kind of validate gaming as something that is on the upstream. It is popular. It's something that we need to be looking at. What can we say to CMOs in terms of should they be doing influencer marketing through platforms like Twitch, where there are tons of gamers like this? Right.
Well, to me, a lot of CMOs have probably not even heard of Twitch. I know that's crazy to you and me, but a lot of CMOs have probably not heard of Twitch. And I think it's just so important to make sure you're fishing where the fish are if you're a CMO. And if you haven't heard of Ninja and you're working in a tech-based company, then you need to make sure you're spending more time doing research and really know what's happening in the market. And so Twitch is just one of a few different platforms that are out there. And I think it's so important that CMOs understand where are people spending their time, where is their credibility, and where can a brand build upon the credibility that already exists. I mean, we know influencer is huge. It's forecasted to grow. There's a huge amount of trust. And Twitch is a fantastic platform, so if you're a CMO, you need to do your research. You need to find out the different ways that you might be able to align your brand with these different platforms, and Twitch is certainly a fantastic place to start.
Definitely. Well, gaming is on the rise. Ninja is huge. Thanks for stopping in and listening. I'm Cait. This is Brad. Follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and our other social media to come. Thanks for tuning in, and goodbye from Detroit.
See you next time.